Another one from the house of Lattafa tonight. This one is called Ameer Al Oudh Intense Oud. So everybody knows Lattafa because of a little clone called Oudh for Glory, which is of course a clone of Initio's Oudh for Greatness. I'd say that's probably what Lattafa is most known for. However, they also produce some other very good quality clones of more famous, more expensive fragrances, this being one of them. Now, this, to my nose, is a pretty close clone to Replica by the Fireplace by the house of Martin Margiela. This one does differ slightly, and I'm going to explain why. I'm going to explain how this performs, and I'm going to explain to you guys why I like this so much. So this is another one you're not going to want to miss. Stick around for this one. Hey guys, welcome back to Real Scent Review. This is Joe. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, you know the drill. Click that button there in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Help yours truly to produce more great content like this. Also, if you consider giving a like, I'd appreciate that as well. Another great one from the house of Lattafa. You know, I gotta say, this house, Lattafa, is very impressive to me. You know, they managed to make some really good quality fragrances for, you know, really accessible prices. The quality of the ones from this house that I've sampled so far, I gotta say, I'm thoroughly impressed here. You know, it makes it so that it's just harder and harder to justify purchasing really expensive niche fragrances when houses like Lattafa and some others can produce essentially the same product for a much lower price. So I'm going to be reviewing this one, Ameer Al Oudh Intense Oud. So let's begin right away, shall we? Distribution of the atomizer is good, not great, definitely not poor. All right, very nice right off the top here. I will start off by saying that this is, you know, I don't know, an average kind of looking bottle here. You know, you can tell it's rectangular. The cap slides off very easily. Never pick this one up by the cap. No friction whatsoever. Although it's a heavy bottle, it's a heavy cap, you know, there's some heft to it, right? You know, anyway, thick bottom here. And you can see it's transparent, nice whiskey colored liquid here. So I think it's pretty safe to say that the fragrance this one is trying to copy is Replica by the Fireplace by the house of Martin Margiela. So we all know about that one. It's supposed to replicate the image or the smell of being next to a fireplace in the winter. You know, you get hints of smoky chestnut and vanilla. Smells really good. This one comes pretty close in terms of smell to Replica by the Fireplace. This one does differ slightly, and I'll explain that after I describe the official note breakdown. So in the top, and you know, I don't necessarily always agree with the official note breakdown. That's why I have the what I detect section of my videos. Anyway, official notes. In the top here we have wood and oud. In the middle, vanilla and sugar. In the dry down, oud, sandalwood, and herbal notes. What I detect differs slightly from that. Okay, so in the top, I definitely get chestnut and oud. The opening is pretty similar to Replica by the Fireplace. In the mid, the vanilla starts to come out. The chestnut and oud maintain themselves pretty well here. And in the dries down beautifully into some vanilla and sandalwood. So all in all, I'm a real fan of this note breakdown. And it might even be different for you guys. You know, everybody has a different olfactory experience. That's one of the things that makes this hobby so interesting, right? We can learn from each other and teach each other. Anyway. I would say, you know, in terms of quality, this one is excellent. There's no qualms about that. No question here. Very good quality scent. Smells great. Although I wouldn't say it's a 100% clone of By the Fireplace, because with By the Fireplace, that one opens with a very distinct smoky note. And this one does not. There's no smoke in this. And honestly, you know, having read a few reviews of this one, Ameer Al Oud, before I bought it, I was a little bit disappointed because, you know, I love smoky notes in fragrances, especially when they're paired with sweet notes. You know, and in this one, people were saying like there's no smoky accords. It's basically just a sweetened version of Replica by the Fireplace. I don't necessarily agree with that. There is no smoke, but I wouldn't say it's any sweeter than Replica by the Fireplace. What this one lacks in smoke, it makes up for with oud. I mean, I was actually surprised it does have an oud note in this, and it's not drowned out by the sweeter notes. So I think this is actually very well blended. And the oud is definitely perceptible here. I'm quite impressed with that, actually. So, you know, it doesn't have the smokiness of By the Fireplace, but it has oud. There's a real woodiness to it here. Now, having said that, the oud is not problematic, let's say. It's not animalic. It's not barnyardy. It's a very tame and accessible oud. The oud note in this reminds me actually a lot of Versace's Oud Noir, which is another fantastic fragrance. It's one of my absolute favorites. You should check my review on that one, by the way. The oud in this reminds me of that. Yeah, very nice. No smokiness, but like I said, the oud more than makes up for that. And another one of my absolute favorite notes in perfumery is sandalwood. And in the dry down here, the sandalwood makes itself really nice and prominent along with that vanilla. All in all, very impressive fragrance here from the house of Lattafa. You know, I can't wait to just sample more of these. I have some more Lattafas on the way here. They should be here in hopefully less than a week. As soon as they come in, I will be doing some unboxings and first impressions of those ones for you guys. Thank you guys. I want to thank you for giving me these Lattafa suggestions, motivating me to check out the house, to look more in depth into this house. And I gotta say, from what I've seen or smelled so far, I'm impressed. I'm thoroughly impressed. Moving on to the performance. The performance on this, again, it's not beast mode. I'd say it's, you know, very similar in terms of longevity and sillage and projection to Replica by the Fireplace. So like I said, this one lasts on my skin 8 hours as far as longevity goes. Projects very well for the first hour and a half to 2 hours. Afterwards, it starts dying down closer to the skin, right? It's not a powerhouse, but it's actually it's above average performance, what I would say. The sillage, however, is very good. Hangs around in the air for half an hour after I spray this. So no problems with longevity, no problems whatsoever in terms of quality. I mean, this is really well blended. I love that oud note here. It's really, really good. Like I said, I love smoky notes. I love woody notes. And although there's no smoke in this, the oud, oh man, the oud really makes up for that. Yeah, this is exquisite stuff. Really, really a fan of this. Price, I'm even more of a fan of the price here. $30 US on Fragrance X right now. If you want to pick this up, I suggest you do so very quickly because all of the other discounters that I found in North America are sold out of this gem, and rightfully so. I mean, you know, this deserves all the attention it gets. It deserves all the sales. High quality fragrance here for $30 US for 100 milliliters. Doesn't get much better than that, guys. So if you're looking for a new winter fragrance, new to you, this has been out for a little while now, but if you're looking for a new to you fragrance for the colder months, maybe you really like the scent profile of Replica by the Fireplace, you just can't pull the trigger on it, or you don't want to pull the trigger on it because of the hefty price tag, don't even think twice about it. Pick this one up. This will get you 8/10 of the way there, but because of this oud note, it makes it really unique. And honestly, I'd say it's absolutely every bit as good as Replica by the Fireplace by Martin Margiela. This one's just fantastic. Versatility, very versatile. As long as it's cold, you can wear this anywhere. Not gonna offend anyone with this. It's got just the right amount of complexity, so it's not just a gourmand sweet bomb, right? It's not just a bomb of sweetness like a lot of winter fragrances tend to be nowadays. That oud note, man, I'm telling you, really gives this one some unique complexity. I'm really just a fan of this one. Really like it. And if I run out of this bottle, eventually, I know I have a lot of bottles to go through, but if I ever did run out of this one, I would get a second bottle. Not just because of the very accessible price, but because I genuinely love the note breakdown. I love the scent profile of this, as I'm sure you will. So don't even think twice about it, guys. Pick this one up. That's my review of Ameer Al Oud Intense Oud by the House of Lattafa. I hope to see you guys again soon, and as always, keep it real.